So we're on page 29. So if you look at the document, we're facing the Grande Wall here. To your right is the substation, and then to your left is the rest of the Grande Wall, which is the location of the art installation. Now, right here is the stairway access to get up to the LRT platforms, which are at a higher level than where we are now. The ramp is going towards the right here and up. And then over here there is a driver's facility and signal house right beside the staircase. That would obstruct the Grande Wall.
As part of the call document, we also included a screen that is going to be part of the structure that will help dissuade people from trying to jump from the higher platform onto the top of the driver facility. And on page 30, there's a picture of a proposed screen. It doesn't need to be exactly like that, but it needs to function in the way that that one would function. So again, in terms of wind resistance, it needs to have a 40% opening along the whole length of the barrier system. And the part that's higher, the part that's 6.5 feet, that's a required height in terms of stopping people from jumping from one structure to the other. And the lower height is the building code height for a regular barrier system. But it doesn't need to be square, or like it can be an artistic barrier of some sort. I have 8 ledger-sized print-offs of page 30, so I know people can't read that small print. We'll also send a PDF of it through to everyone as well. Our community voice for this stop is Karen Vanderbrink. She works with the city's museums and archives collections, and she's going to speak to us about the stop. Come a little bit closer, yeah.
Good afternoon, I guess it is now. I'll make this quick because I'm sure everybody's hungry for some lunch, and you've had a busy morning. So here we are at the Conestoga Mall Station, and traditionally Kate asked me to do this. I was kind of thinking a little bit about what the history of this area is, based off of my background. So just to give you a little bit of a background in that and to some contextual pieces, this area has always been an agriculture area. It was originally, obviously there was a lot of agricultural areas, but it's also been an area that connects everyone as a community hub. So originally, as we all now know, and it was confirmed just recently with the discovery of some more corduroy road, this area connected us with the townships. So your St. Jacobs, all your rural areas, Elmira, all of those areas, and it was very much a farming community. At one time, before the mall was built, there was potato fields out here, doing some research. It was also too well known that this area had some of the densest layers of topsoil, so very, very rich agriculturally. So after the connections of the corduroy road, of course we moved into rail transit, so the rail lines came up through here, and then also too with the parkway connecting us. So this is really very much a connection stop. Also too, with this stop, it'll either be the beginning or the end of somebody's journey with the ION. But I also thought it was interesting to maybe take a little bit of a look at what the word Conestoga means. Maybe that could be some source of inspiration, and the origins of that word, and how it relates to this area as well. When I was doing some research on the area, I did find when the original opening for the mall, which was August the 16th in the 1970s, and at this time the mall was quite an attraction in the sense that there were people were very much interested in this suburban mall type of idea. It was one of the first suburban mall concepts for Waterloo, but also too, Waterloo in general was looking to maintain its uptown core and not detract from the merchants that were there. So it's always been, there has been sort of this merchant focus on the area, and making sure that we have had enough to support both the suburban mall and then also maintaining a strong uptown merchant component. As far as commuters and users, I think that this definitely, it's going to be for everyone. This services this area. It connects the rural area. The Conestoga Mall has always had a covered shelter for horse and carriage for our rural friends to come and visit here. But also too, we service now a lot of the university students. We see those folks coming through, but also this residential area that has grown up behind us. I think that's also a very strong component, but I think it also will be somewhat of a, at first it's going to be a novelty piece. People are going to want to bring their kids to ride on the train, things like that. So I think, really, malls service all sectors and are very accessible, and I think that the artwork and trying to capture all of those audiences will be key as well. I think, unless there's any questions, I think that's about it, because I know that, yeah. Yes, there is. It's over back behind the Galaxy by the Zares. Yeah, so there still is, and in fact it was just refurbished. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Karen. And this is also the connection point for a lot of other transit services. And so there is a rural bus that goes out to Elmira that is used by lots of people, including the Old Order Mennonite population. And so this is a really interesting location. It is a hub of the community. Yeah. We have a little token of our appreciation. Thank you for taking time out of your day to speak with us.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
It's not necessary.
And this comes to the end of our journey. Thank you so much for joining us for the day. I hope that we created lots of new questions as well as answered some of the questions that you do have. Take your time to wander around and take images of this stop as well. And if there's any technical questions or community-based questions that weren't answered, come and speak to some of the regional staff. We're going to be here for a while. And again, we're really excited to see your proposals.